What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated Barfly. It is October, and that means it's Applejack month, and I am going to be kicking it off by making a drink appropriately called Applejack. It was created by Craddock and first published in the Savoy Cocktail book in 1930, and then it was adapted by Sasha Petraske of Milk and Honey fame. That is that famous New York City bar. I'm going to get into all of the details of what Applejack is, the history of it a little bit, and a little bit more about Sasha Petraske. But first, let's get into making the cocktail. So first thing we are going to do is half an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, half an ounce of cloudy apple cider. Well, cloudy apple juice or apple cider. I mean, literally the only difference I think between apple cider and apple juice is that apple juice is filtered and apple cider doesn't have the cloudiness filtered out. So cloudy apple juice is apple cider, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I thought cider was kind of like bubbly.
No, I mean, there's hard cider, which is bubbly, but then there is apple cider that is pressed straight from apples and unfiltered, and I think that's what makes it cider. Someone is going to correct us below if I'm wrong, but I think that's the truth.
In Norwegian, we have eplejuice, which is the juice, the clear, and then eplemus, which is the unclear
apple
one.
Juice and apple mousse?
Yeah.
Apple mousse, which is, it's not to be mistaken for a pudding that you eat, an apple pudding. Apple mousse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess.
All the Norwegians would be hating on me now.
Mousse means mashed, like smashed.
Smashed, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
or mashed.
We're gonna continue, and then we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of our Applejack. We're using the 100 proof bonded Applejack, which is my favorite. We're gonna put our ice in our tin, put in our cocktail, give it a nice hard one. All right. And then we're gonna give it a nice strain into our glass. Perfecto, look at that. Look at that nice aeration, my friends. Let's take a sip of this. Ooh, that is fall in a glass. That is fantastic. So, you know, you get the lemon sour, right? So it's like a tartness balanced out by sugar. I think I've said that enough on this channel. But then you have the Applejack, which, you know, so Applejack is a distilled spirit from apples, and you do get an apple flavor from it, but you also get a lot of those barrel-aged notes from it. And then you also have the cloudy apple juice or apple cider in here, kind of bolstering up that apple flavor. So you get this really nice tartness, and then you have this nice kind of fall apple sort of flavor, just kind of, you know, bringing up the rear. It's really, really nice. It's just tart enough. It's not overly sweet.
If you can't get Applejack, what can you sub it for?
Oh, yeah. All right. I should talk about subs more often because all of you guys are asking me for subs. If you can't get Applejack, you can sub it out for any VSOP or grade Calvados will work. Really, any barrel-aged apple brandy, any type of apple brandy that's been aged in a barrel is going to work very well for this cocktail. So I wanted to say a couple of things about this cocktail. First of all, it utilizes Applejack, and if you guys don't know what that is, even though I've covered it on this channel in the past, I'm going to say it again. It is the first native spirit of America, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say that rum is the first spirit that we were distilling, and that's true, but it wasn't actually a truly native spirit because we were getting the molasses from the Caribbean, importing it from an English colony. Then we started importing it from a French colony. Then the English got jealous that we were buying it from the French because they didn't like the French at the time. So they levied taxes on us. They put a bunch of distilleries out of business. And then we had to figure out what to distill. So we were looking around, and what do we have a lot of in the first 13 colonies? Well, we had a lot of apples. And so we started distilling Applejack. The Laird's Company can date itself all the way back to 1698. When a guy named William Laird, who was a Scottish immigrant, came to the United States, or what was soon to be the United States, because this was pre-revolution, and he started making apple brandy. Then his great-grandson, Robert Laird, who actually fought under General George Washington at the time, incorporated the Laird's Company in 1780. And it is said that Washington asked Robert Laird for the recipe of the Laird's family cider, and he was given it. And he was the only person outside of the family to get that recipe.
Did he ask while the sun was under his command?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the record really, but why are you asking that?
Seems, I don't know, like he's the only one that got it. They got the recipe. Powerful man.
Well, so you're thinking that he may have been.
I didn't know that he served. I didn't know that he served under him. And then later, later on, he was given the recipe. The only one. I don't know.
So he was coerced by.
Maybe they were good friends. I don't know.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe Washington, I mean, Washington was a big distiller. So maybe, you know, he distilled a lot of stuff on his Mount Vernon estate. So the other thing that I wanted to say about this drink is that it's a very good example of how you can take an old drink and respec it into something new and fresh. So Sasha Petraske, when he created this cocktail, he found it in the Savoy cocktail book. He just basically just retooled the entire thing to be a little bit more balanced and a lot more of his own thing. And I would argue that the milk and honey philosophy on creating cocktails is basically that. You take your base cocktail and you just do minute changes to make very minute technical changes that make very big flavor changes, if that makes any sense. And you'll see them do that a lot, where they'll switch out a spirit, or they switch out a modifier that completely changes the cocktail. And it's a really brilliant way of going about it. And it's a very easy way for someone who's just beginning to create their own cocktails to approach it, right? Just find an old book, find an obscure recipe in that book that you like, or that inspires you in some way, and respec it, put your own twist on it, and see if you can make it your own. All right, guys, I think this cocktail video has gone long enough, so I will see you guys on another time. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe. Check us out on Patreon. Check us out on YouTube memberships. We got both of those things going on right now, and they're pretty good. You can buy virtual bottles at theeducatedbarfly.com if you want to contribute a little bit to our channel. We've been having a lot of success with it, and it's been really fun. And yeah, check out our merch on Teespring. And also, if you want to, you know, if you're just always thinking about how sexy I look in these wonderful aprons, go to staggerlygoods.com and check them out. They make wonderful aprons. They are our sole apron sponsor. I love them dearly, and you should go check them out. I'll see you guys another time.